Hello, I'm Steel, and welcome back to the first Minecraft video in a while. There's a whole thing behind it. So basically, Ironcraft died. I can't play on PvC anymore because there's too many people, so I can't get on without donating, and I physically can't donate. I tried recording satisfactory videos, but for some reason, even in full screen, the end video comes out only filling a quarter of the screen, and I couldn't find any solution to that. I then also made a video on a modded online server, but I can't update the mod pack, so I can't join the server. So instead, we are now going to be playing single player in this mod pack called Brass. I've also got my own custom texture pack on because that I've made because I don't really like the way Mechanism looks by default, so I've overhauled it, and I've also redone like the GUI and stuff. If you'd prefer I turn that off, just let me know. But anyway, we're going to create a new world now, so this should be fun. We're going to turn on the bonus chest because I can, and let's go. Okay, well the game crashed, but right off the bat I have started with and there is a village over there, so this looks like it might be a pretty interesting place. Oh, how do I make a sweet berry cookie? Why am I wearing a hat? What does this thing do? Oh, it gives me a little bit of armor. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go terrorize some innocent villagers. There's street poles? I'm sorry, I haven't played this mod pack before. This is literally my first look at it, and it looks pretty good. Is that the actual journey map? It is! I thought journey map hadn't been updated. With mods, the mini-map up in the corner there, I thought that particular one hadn't been updated past 1.12, but apparently it has, which is good because it is the superior one. And apparently villagers have gotten a real overhaul. This looks really nice, actually. Except for the, Buddy's just doing a bit of botany in his house, I guess. This is my favourite flower, so I'm stealing that. What manuals do we have? Magic and... oh, that'll be the quest book? Yes, it is. Cool. I might set up around here somewhere because this is a really nice little village. I like it a lot. Generation... oh, God damn it. The generation is really interesting. I'm not sure... like, the world itself seems roughly the same. There might be... I wonder if there... I can't check the mods list, but I think there might be a mod called no, actually no, there's not Terraforged installed because the trees are normal. Terraforged is a world generation mod that I've messed around with a bit that I like a lot. Here we go. Here's a villager that actually has a workstation and such. Oh, it's a proper church! Buddy, what's on the... huh. This is funky. So, what I want... I'm just gonna raid everything, and I'll check this out later. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is set up like a little house, maybe find some sheep and stuff. And this village seems like a really great place to get started. So I'll come back to you soon once I've gotten like... I don't even need to bother getting a bed. Once I've gotten like some actual stuff going on, perhaps. So I said I'd come back to you after I like got a house and stuff started, but I decided to check the quest book, and it seems that it's got some interesting stuff. It seems that we have the no tree punching mod installed. If we, I should be able to. I just want to see because it said something there about gathering flints and sticks. Can I? Yeah, surely I can. What? Wait, spruce. How do I make planks? Huh? Huh? What? Okay. So wait, how does this thing work then? Is this what I need an axe for? I need a... heck. Okay. Well then, I guess we're doing the... well, at least this seems... oh, survivalist. Haven't heard of that one yet. It seems a little bit less tedious than the no tree chopping mod, which makes you pretty much unable to, get trees and such for quite a while, and it's just really annoying. Very convoluted, and I don't like it. So, how do we make a flint? Let's go axes. What axe variants do we have? Stone axe? I'll check the quest book, because that's probably the way to go. A crude hatchet and pickaxe. So, sticks, string, and flint. So, a hatchet is made fairly simply, and I can supposedly get sticks from saplings. Cool. And is there a nice way to get string? Plant fibers. Okay, so I can just get those by breaking these. This is less tedious than the no tree chopping mod, though still a little annoying. The no tree chopping mod actively makes it even more difficult because you have to like break the flint on stone, and you have to then create a knife to start getting plant fiber so that you can start getting components to get an axe eventually, and it took like 10 minutes just to be able to chop down a tree, which is not something I'm even slightly in support of. So at least this way I'll be able to get things a fair bit faster. So we will just craft one of those hatchets straight away. I'm going to take off this hat because it looks so dumb. Okay, so now I should be able to start... Oh, that's cool, there's an animal pen. Sorry, I'm very distracted. Let's start chopping some logs then. These are all from chests in the village, I didn't manually mine these. Wait, so... Oh! Nope, that's not it. That's neat. Is there a better way to make these? Cutting board, chopping block... So I want to get like something like a sawmill or something as soon as possible. Oh, you can do that with create? That's cool. Well, I want to do that as soon as possible because otherwise this will get really tedious. Oh ho ho ho! This is, as marked by this lantern out here, this is an engineer's hut from Immersive Engineering, and these are useful because these are all lovely components that I'm going to need later on. So I think this will be my home now. I'll just need to steal a bed from somewhere. There's even, like, steel and stuff? That's amazing. Okay, time to commit thievery, and I'm just going to grab a bed from one of the nearby villages and start sleeping in there, because that is the perfect house set up in, with an engineer's workbench and everything, which is stuff that I'm definitely going to need later. This one doesn't have. Okay, never mind. We're back. I tried to make a crafting table. What the hell? What is this? What is this? How am I supposed to... Where do I get... How do you make a pickaxe? What? Where's my quest book? What is going on in here? I don't understand anything anymore. It's all beyond me. Okay, so, with the chopping block, you can use coal to make a campfire. You can chop tin and copper ore into dust. How do I get tin and copper ore? What? Sticks can be crafted. You'll then want to craft a crude hatchet and pickaxe. Crude pick. Here we go. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Okay, so things are more complicated than I initially realized. That's fine. It's just a minor setback. As soon as we get a crafting table, we'll be okay. I will just go grab more gravel, and then we will find copper and tin. Cook it on a campfire, I guess. I'm just going to ignore the fact that that makes precisely 0 sense on account of it's a metal. You shouldn't really be able to cook that on a campfire. But whatever. What is this used for? Oh, I can craft it into cobblestone. That's neat. Wait. I think there was a crafting table in one of the villager houses. If there is, then my life is saved. We're okay. And I will be able to make some better tools straight away, instead of just frickin' going through a whole set of tiers. This is still, I still maintain that this is less bad than no tree chopping. But honestly, I'm not a huge fan of these mods that make the early game just more involved, because it might be more realistic, but like, Minecraft's not really a game about realism, it just makes things feel a little bit more tedious in what's already the most tedious part of the game, especially in modded. Yes, okay, right, this is mine, thank you. Wait, can I? Ha, I'm a genius. Okay, so that makes things a lot easier. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Right, yeah, sorry about that. I've just realised. Sorry about the fact that this part of the video isn't recorded in full resolution. I forgot to full screen it before recording, because I turn off the full screen whenever I stop, because it becomes a hassle when I'm switching out to check Discord or whatever. But whatever, it's okay. It's just a small segment. So it turns out that the quest book won't actually let me progress any further without unlocking the crafting table and bronze and whatever legitimately. But just look at the little thing in the top left-hand corner there. That seems like a little bit of an incorrect percentage. Where did that copper go? What is even going on in here? Right, I'm just trying to get some more copper dust. I don't even need more copper dust, actually. I've got... What? I don't understand anything anymore. Whatever. I'm just going to go cook this bronze, and then hopefully the quest book will let me progress to the next stage. Okay, so as you can see, I've actually been quite busy. I found out some funky stuff, which is basically that if I want to get into anything that I'm actually interested in obtaining, the good stuff, I have to have a proper create factory set up so I can get brass so that I can get fancy things from the Nether and start going into electricity and such. So I've set up this little thing here, so we've just got a windmill up the top there attached to this extension to the house I built, and so that's driving, like it's just transferring the rotation down here, and then this setup here is just speeding up that rotation, because so this big gear transfers to that big gear. A big gear spinning will make a small gear spin a little faster because of course it's smaller, and then we just do the same thing again, and now we've got this little mechanical saw thing. I found out something annoying though, which is that these mechanical saws rotate in the opposite, like the actual blades rotate the opposite way. So in order to make this setup work with a conveyor, I had to have them on a separate belt that's rotating that way, and then the conveyor goes this way. But what that means, if I grab some wood, is that instead of having to manually chop stuff on my chopping block in here, I can just drop it on this thing and I'll get 5 planks out of it, which is very good. The other thing you may notice is that I've got a diamond pickaxe in my inventory and some obsidian, and that's basically because I need to go to the Nether to make any further progress at all. But yeah, this is how this little system works. That gear doesn't actually interact with anything, which is good, and then it just gets sawed. That makes it into a stripped log, and then the second one turns it into 5 wooden planks. I'll probably automate this later on, but the first thing I want to do is go to the Nether and get some mechanical crafters set up so I can build some fancier stuff. And I also want to get one of these so I can automate, so that I can make metal plates a lot easier, but I'll do that a little later. I kind of need to like clear an area and start building a proper factory first, but before I want to do that I want to get like some crushing wheels and things so I can get a little bit more basic automation going. So let's head to the Nether. Okay, here we go. Any minute now. My computer's probably going to lag out and possibly crash, hopefully not. And if we die instantly, I'm going to be somewhat displeased because we're wearing our best armor, but then again I only obtained it through loot and random chest. Hello? Hello? Well, this isn't something I expected. Uh-oh. We've got a lag spike. Hold on a moment. Oh boy. Got the little, spinny icon on my mouse, which is always a good sign. This thing does it every time it tries to load new chunks, and I assume in the Nether generation's going to be heavily modified, as we can see with the things. So I may as well take this chance oh crap. Okay, well, I'll be right back. Okay, so things are loaded back in, and the Nether is looking very different. What are these things? Can I pop it? Burning Blossom. What can I use this for? This looks interesting. There's a lot of funky stuff going on here. So the things I want... Oh, a warped biome. That'll be useful. And there's this... So the biome we're in is called a visceral heap, and it's just a pile of these rather gross-looking flesh blocks. Anyway, what I want to do while I'm here in the Nether is the main thing is to get some quartz. That's good. There's some right there. And the other thing I want to do is I want... Oh, you can't stand on those. Okay, those are annoying. The other thing I want to do is I want to find a nether fortress so that I can capture some blazes in cages, because what the create mod allows you to do is capture them in cages and then use them to fuel things, which is pretty neat. Like certain processes will require you to have a basin with a caged blaze underneath so that you can like make alloys and such, which is a pretty useful feature, but it means that I'm going to have to do a bit of hunting to find a nether fortress. So I'll probably come back to you once I've gotten a decent amount of quartz, maybe set up a little shelter around my portal and such. Okay, so we finally found a nether fortress. This was actually a bit of an annoyance. It took an unreasonable amount of time to locate this. I died a few times, came very close to dying many more times, and then it turns out that it's right near where my portal is. I just was heading in the wrong direction because the terrain was a little weird. But anyway, what I want to do is capture some blazes in these things from the create mod, because you can enslave them basically. They're caught inside this cage, and I can use them to heat up basins. But also I kind of need to watch out. I forgot to bring ranged weapons, so there is a decent chance I'm going to die. But I'll probably just cut ahead to when I've found... Oh boy. Well, that looks fun. I'll probably just cut ahead to when I've found something worth my time. Okay, look at that. Oh crap, okay, bye. Apparently shroomlights don't stop that. Sorry, I forgot to talk while I was doing that. Apparently shroomlights don't stop blaze spawning, which is a little bit annoying. But on the plus side, that is a nice, clean... Is that a baby? I'm not even going to look back. I'm running. Goodbye. Oh, shoot. Oh, boy. Don't like that. Do not like that. A baby with a skeleton? You're kidding. Anyway, eight blaze cages, which is exactly what we need to progress to the next thing. Because to make brass, if I show you, I need to. So brass is, here we go, brass blend. This is crushed brass. That's what we want to make, and we can make it by mixing copper ore and zinc ore. But for that, we need to have heated the basement with a blaze burner sitting underneath, and then we can also make a brass ingot in the same method. Yep, regular heated, which is really convenient. So, and also it's a little bit cheaper by the looks of it, which it's easier to do when you don't have to crush the materials first. Makes it just less difficulty. Now, just want to find my way back, and then I'll start showing you what I've got going on in the overworld. Anyway, back in the overworld at our little base, there's a couple of things I want to mention just quickly. First of all, these conveyor belts I showed before, you have no idea how difficult it was to get them. So you have to get kelp to obtain these, and you think, oh well, kelp's not too bad, you know, it's pretty common, or you just find it in any ocean biome. Let me show you how far I travelled. So this is our mini-map. This is the maximum zoom out level. Okay, I travelled all of this, here we go, no I didn't actually, what I travelled is this distance, here we go, went along this way. This was a warm beach biome, so I figured, hey, that might have kelp. I spent like several in-game days boating around, not a bit of kelp to be found, continued exploring up around here, and finally found some here, and then had to come all the way, oh Christ, that's not what I wanted, had to come all the way back down. God damn it, had to come all the way back down just to get back here, just for these freaking conveyor belts. A side note, another thing I wanted to mention is that, like, earlier I did kind of gripe about how this mod pack's tedious and whatever. I just want to say, this is the perfect mod pack, like, for me. Massive props to the people who've created it, because I especially love the fact that it's actually making you work through the different mods, because most packs you can kind of like, the recipes are still roughly the same, so you can still choose what stuff you start with. Whereas now, like, I would never normally even touch any of this stuff from Create Mod, because I would normally have no motivation to. Whereas the developers of this have tweaked the recipes so that I'm kind of, like, you're required to build up a bit of stuff from the Create Mod before you can start building up, like, electricity and things, and I think that's great, it makes sense. Anyway, you've probably noticed I've started building this little factory over here. Massive work in progress. I'm quite proud of the block palette. I reckon it looks really nice. I'm not sure what to put up the top here. I might just do more wood, more of these spruce beam blocks here. What this is going to be is my little factory for the Create Mod. So these... Hello. It looks so tiny! I'm sorry, I haven't seen this before. It's so small. Oh my god, this is kind of sad, not gonna lie. Anyway, this is gonna be my little factory for the Create Mod, so I want to have like my mechanical crafters and my crushing wheels and stuff in here. So I'm actually probably going to like get set up, finishing off this factory, you know, building a putting a windmill and things just to get it so that we've got some rotation in here to power things, and then might start building like a mechanical mixer and get a little bit of brass going so that we can really get into things, you know? Okay, so we've installed a windmill on the front. It kind of and added a bit of detailing, which I reckon looks quite nice. The windmill kind of looks dumb, but I don't really know where else to put it, so I'm leaving it there for now. And we've moved our little sawmill thing in here, and I've added more gears so that it runs a little faster. Bit of a mess still, but it's very hard to make the gears in a nice looking way when you've got all the rotation coming from one source. But also over here, we've got our mechanical mixer with our blaze burner underneath. So if I'm correct, we should be able to make our first bit of brass. Let's see. Oh, come off it. Not enough speed? That's rude. Okay, I'll fix that, and then I'll cut ahead to when I've fixed that. Okay, now we've got that all linked up, so we should be able to chuck in our materials and finally move on to the brass age. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6, and we chuck all that in there, and we chuck all that in there. Does this need like a lever? What's going on here? Does this need to be lit? Hello? What? Okay, so I did a quick bit of googling, and it turns out that you need to provide fuel for the blaze burner. So it's actually like a little bit of a little mini furnace kinda, in a way. So let's. Oh yes, that is what we want. Ha! Look at that. That is really cool, actually. I like that a lot. So if I've done it correctly, we should just get some brass out of there soon. I'm not sure if it like drops it or if we have to. It just... Oh! Oh! Yes! Okay, this is really good because that's what we needed to move on to the next stage. Like, once in this... Yeah, so he shrinks down afterwards. I see. So yeah, right? We should be... What do you mean it's locked? The brass age. Ah, here we go. Look at that. Finally, a backpack. We can hold items and fluids. And it has a crafting grid built in. A camera, waystones. Ooh. Yes, yes, we can make mechanical crafters for crushing wheels and stuff. Which are fancy things. Yes, right. The next thing we need to do is go into immersive engineering. Because normally in immersive engineering, you start by building a 3x3 block of coke bricks. And normally they're made of like plain brick and sandstone, but here you need this obsidian mortar stuff. So that means that I'm going to have to go through and create those crushing wheels, which are a bit of an annoyance because they let me show you, okay? So we've got to crush this stuff. This is the recipe for the crafting wheels, right? That's not what a normal crafting grid is. Instead, you have to arrange these things, mechanical crafters, in that pattern you saw there, and then feed them with rotation, pop all the items in, and they assemble it. So that'll be the thing that we want to do next. I think that'll actually be enough for this episode. We've reached the brass age and really gotten the ball rolling. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one, which hopefully will be soon, though there might be a bit of a delay. I'm quite busy with Year 12 at the moment, of course. Thank you very much for watching.